Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is a chilling discovery that was made along the bank of a creek that runs south from East Palestine, Ohio, and into the Ohio River. It was 3 deer that had perished with no signs of physical trauma. I have the video that appears to have been taken roughly 15 miles downstream from East Palestine and just north of where Little Beaver Creek feeds into the Ohio River in Midland, Pennsylvania. Now here is the video that shows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now as we all know about the travesty that happened in East Palestine, Ohio, and what the residents of that town are still dealing with.
Came down from East Palestine, wanted to follow the creek as it made its way down. This is the confluence where that turns into Little Beaver Creek and ultimately flows out into the Ohio River, which is right out there in the background. I did some testing here and I haven't found any of the same rainbow coloration and that popping that we saw up further up creek. But what is scary, and I can't say for sure if this is connected or if it's just a coincidence, but it's a very odd coincidence. Right here, 3 dead deer within 50 yards of each other. One here, no gunshot wounds, no clear visible wounds. This one in particular is very odd. The eyes haven't been eaten out. This one hasn't been touched. Most of the time something dies, it's eaten almost immediately, especially the eyes and the soft tissue. Nothing is touching this, and that's a sign when the other animals know not to eat something. There are 2 other ones, one right up here under this bridge and one right over there just past the power lines. Are they connected? I don't know. The question I have is, as we see industries being destroyed in places like California, Environmental Protection Agency going out and destroying businesses they don't like, pushing climate change and all of this other nonsense. But then you have a massive disaster and it takes the people and it takes true media, real media, like Real America's Voice to show up and just ask the basic questions. I mean, one thing is, why am I the only one here? You gotta consider people downstream. I was in Cincinnati just a few days ago and people were buying up water because they don't trust the water that's coming down the Ohio River. I don't blame them. Why am I the only one here? I mean, Joe Biden hasn't even shown up. He hasn't even shown up yet. What a slap in the face. President Trump showed up. And I asked the people there, you know what they said? Because he's a man of the people. Because President Trump is a man of the people. Not like these clowns like Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden. I just want to show you. Dead deer, and I'm just going to walk to them. Walk right here. Dead deer, no gunshot wounds. And walk right across here. Dead deer, no gunshot wounds, and nothing's eating it. And right there is the creek that comes from East Palestine. Are they connected? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All I can say is, as a guy that's just observing what's happening, it's beyond strange. And somebody needs to be investigating. And the people of East Palestine deserve better than what they've gotten, and the people of America deserve better than what they've gotten.
Now, since the beginning of the ongoing ecological disaster, images of dead fish have been shared online, and similar cases of effective wildlife have been documented. There has been an estimated 43 animals that have perished. Now, you don't want to speculate as to whether the deer that have been encountered were poisoned by chemicals and that those chemicals are pouring into the Ohio River, which winds its way through population centers, including the city of Cincinnati, which is hundreds of miles downstream. So you have to kind of consider people downstream. In Cincinnati, just a few days ago, people are buying up water just because they don't trust the water, because why would you? Have you seen what happens when you throw even just a rock into a stream or a river or a creek, have you seen what happens? It's like it bubbles, and like almost like a rainbow type thing comes up to the surface, and it smells, has like a sweet smell to it. No one should trust that. No one should drink that, bathe in it, wash your hands in it, ever. It's terrible. Now, while government officials have stated that no chemicals related to the derailment have been found in the Ohio River at levels that should concern anyone, water officials in Cincinnati did announce last week that they would stop taking in water from the river to use reserves at an abundance of caution, which I agree, because this is extremely concerning. I mean, you got to figure the water is no good. The soil is contaminated. They're not going to be able to plant gardens. Don't let your children play in the dirt, make mud pies and things like that, build sand castle. Don't even walk outside barefoot. But that's just me being cautious. These are the things that I'm, worried about, but it's not just in East Palestine, Ohio. This has traveled to other states like Pennsylvania. This has traveled. Everyone has to be on high alert, head on a swivel, know what's going on around you. If you see anything strange that's going on, even with wildlife, please be cautious. Know what's going on, especially when it comes to your water and your soil. Even if you do have gardens planted and you think that there's something going on with your water, you're not even going to be able to water your gardens. No water filtration system is going to be able to filter that water properly to where it's safe to use. Not even a Berkey. Sorry. All right, guys, I'm out of here. All right. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless.